how do I go about building a new relationship with my partner and kind of come to terms with the wrongs that I've done in our past relationship?
What happened?
So it's definitely a unique situation. We were together for about 4 years, and we were engaged. And in March, she came to me and told me that she was not happy and she didn't want to get married to me anymore. And a week later, she had a moving truck ready to move out of the apartment and move into her new apartment, and told me that she didn't want any contact, no communication. And so I was trying to navigate as a single guy. And 3 weeks later, she reached back out and said she had a change of heart and wanted to date again. And of course, I reached out and I wanted to make it work. And so we have been having some conversations and really deep talks about what happened and how we go from here. And I think we are reconnecting, and we're in a better place emotionally. And I think that kind of...
You still haven't told me what happened, though. What'd you do?
I had gone to strip clubs and didn't tell her that they were strip clubs.
Okay. Did you tell her they weren't strip clubs?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
So I lied about that. I was addicted to pornography.
Okay.
And I lied about that and didn't tell her that I was struggling. And so...
Hold on. I want you to exhale for a second. I want you to sit in this for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exhale for a second. Tell me it doesn't feel better to be free of that.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You don't have to, there's millions of people who will hear this, right? But you don't have to hide from me, okay?
Yeah.
There's something about just saying it, dude, okay? You were not who you wanted to be years ago. I wasn't either. None of us were. And there's something about just exhaling and saying it so we can get on to how do we heal and build something new. Did you ever cheat on her?
No, sir.
Okay. And so did she find out about this while y'all were engaged?
No, sir. I came clean and just owned up to it all.
Okay. And how did she take that?
It was tough at first. I think she was kind of confused on how she felt, and she took a couple days to think about it. And I came clean in December of 2024. Kind of let it all on the table, and she took some time to think about it and told me that she didn't want to leave and she wanted to continue to press on with me.
Okay, so what happened that finally she just said, I can't go through with this?
I think the lies were bad for my character. I definitely think that.
I know, but but if she stayed for 18 more months, that tells me that you continue to lie about little stuff all the time anyway. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if she heard you and said, all right, you did this thing a couple of years ago, I don't like it, you lied to me, but I'm all in, I'm staying, I trust you. And you're going to always tell me the truth. You're like, yep, I'm all in. Cool. 18 months later, unless she's getting breadcrumbs of this dude is still the same guy. He just circles the truth, doesn't come clean, just always has kind of got a roundabout way of trying to gloss things over. Her just saying, hey, I can't trust this guy to anchor into and build a life with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know that you're making amends for past mistakes. If 18 months ago you dumped it all on the table and said, dude, all those times I told you I was just going to Chili's, I was actually at strip clubs, and all those times I was doing XYZ, I was out smoking weed with my buddies, and if you were honest and poured it all out there, then we're here. And if you live in a state of deficit, like I owe you now, you'll never catch up because you're scorekeeping.
Yeah.
Right? She'll feel more like a mother than a girlfriend, fiance, wife.
Yeah.
But how do you rebuild your relationship? First and foremost, dude, you have to get over whatever it is about Nathan you don't like.
Yeah.
You don't like you, dude. Why?
I think I'm falling into the patterns of my biological father.
Okay, let's leave him out of this. Did he bail on you?
Yeah.
All right, don't bring him back to the table and start pointing fingers at him. Let's just deal with the dude in the mirror. Why don't you like you?
Not who I want to be.
Okay, who do you want to be?
I want to be a good husband one day. I want to be honorable. I want to be honest. I want to be loyal and trustworthy.
Okay. What does being deceptive about things get you? Now, if you have 5 beers and end up in the backseat of a car and everybody takes you to a strip club and you just like go along with it and you lie the next day, that gets you out of trouble. I get that. But what is lying about work stuff and little stuff and where's the phone charger? Like, what does that get you on a day-to-day basis?
It doesn't get me anywhere. But I think the reason why I struggle with it is it's easier than having a longer conversation.
Well, there's 2 sides to that. One, you're going to have a long conversation. It's either going to be when she's moving out or it's going to be done in tiny little chunks. Like, dude, why'd you take the phone charger again? That's one side. You're going to have that length of a conversation.
Yeah.
The second one is a deeper one, which is what are the things that you're continuing to do that are so bad that you think I need to risk blowing up relationships at work, with friends, with my fiance? I've got to keep this part of me hidden.
Yeah. I've been very, very selfish, especially this year.
What does that mean? That honestly, bro, it sounds like a move. Tell me what that means.
Well, I mean, I'm not very. I mean, I think a larger problem of this, the lying has kind of led up to is, I'm not very emotionally available for her. I'm not thinking of her needs, and it doesn't really matter her, or at least it did, until this all happened. It didn't really matter where she was at. She was my fiance, and she was there, and she wasn't going to leave. And I got in this state of just comfort and just normalcy that, it didn't really matter what I did or if I needed to go above and beyond for her. It was a constant. And, I think that's what really hurt her the most, is just that she could just tell that I didn't care.
Is that true that you didn't care?
Well, no, of course not. Of course I cared about
I don't think
her.
it either. Where do you work? Don't tell me the office, but what kind of industry do you work in?
I work in marketing.
How much money do you make?
$60,000.
Is that a real number or is that a made up number?
No, it's a real number.
Okay. Are you proud of that? Or are you embarrassed by it?
I'm proud of it.
Okay. Do you drive a car you can't afford?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you live in an apartment you can't afford?
Right now I do.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at the places in your life where you're avoiding reality. Because that's another way of lying to yourself.
Okay.
If you make $60,000 and you drive a $60,000 car, you're lying to the world about this is how much money I have. Right?
Right.
If you live in a $3,000 a month apartment and you make $60,000 a year, you're lying to your friends and family about how you're doing.
Yeah.
I want you to take ownership of the skills you have. You're clearly talented at your job, or they wouldn't pay you $60,000. And this woman clearly loves you. She keeps coming back and keeps coming back. My guess is she sees something in you that you can't see in yourself. Is that fair?
Definitely.
Has she said that exact thing to you?
Something very similar.
Exactly. And then literally, this sounds silly, but you're going to practice not lying anymore. And that means you're going to have all of your little bitty shortcomings exposed in rapid succession. It's going to feel like an exposed nerve, but then you're going to realize she's not leaving and you're not going to die. And that's how you're going to practice standing up on your own 2 feet. I appreciate the call, man. We're not going to go make amends. You've done that. You've told the truth. We're not going to live in deficit. But the only way to rebuild your relationship is to become somebody who is so concretely integrous that you never hide from yourself or anybody again through dishonesty and lies.